Hello everybody, Bobby Hood here. Do you have 10 minutes or more that you have to travel to work every day? Whether it's by car, bus, subway, train, whatever. How do you spend that time? Do you listen to the radio? Do you listen to music? Or are you investing in yourself? That time that you spend commuting to work, you can be investing in yourself through audiobooks. One good way is through the YouVersion app. You can stream the Bible through your phone's data plan. It's very low consuming of your data plan, so you probably won't notice a hit on your monthly plan. Audible is another good app. You could download books straight from the Amazon Marketplace straight onto your Audible app. When I first downloaded the Audible app, I was able to listen to a free excerpt of the Facebook effect. It's a life story of how Facebook came into effect and how it's changing our lives and our society. Then I downloaded The Toilet Paper Entrepreneur by Mark Michalowicz. And that's a guide on how to start your business when you're down to your last 3 sheets, so to speak, of toilet paper, but you still want to become an entrepreneur, because that's where the real money is. I like that book so much that I then bought The Pumpkin Plan by Mike Michalowicz that tells how to grow your business to be the largest pumpkin in the patch. One of those prize-winning pumpkins. More recently, I found Dave Ramsey's books. I started with Financial Peace and Financial Peace Revisited, and that got me fired up to finally get rid of some of my debts, because I felt limited by my choices and my abilities to make purchases in the past based on simply because, not that it was a wise decision or wasn't a wise decision, but I was tied down due to my debts. Also, I am 34 now, and I'm starting to think about retirement. And I know that those who think about retirement earlier in life tend to retire, as Dave says, with dignity. From there, I purchased Smart Money, Smart Kids, because I wanted to raise Bailey and Brody up to have good money habits and to be more successful with money than Heidi and I have been. So now they're doing the give, spend, save plan, where the first dollar of every week that they earn, it goes straight to give, and then they divide up spend and save, where they will spend their weekly money maybe once every couple weeks. And usually it's on something cheap, like a candy bar at the gas station or some donuts at the gas station or something. But the save money, Bailey is saving up for a decent-sized toy truck. And so they're not saving for long-term goals at the young age. What they're saving for are just shorter-term goals where they can actually understand the concept of you save your money, you can make larger purchases. I then went into the Total Money Makeover, also by Dave Ramsey. And while the content isn't really that much different from Financial Peace, it's told in a different way. And so if you're going to start with either Financial Peace or Total Money Makeover, I would start with Total Money Makeover. A couple other books that I've done on Audible include Eat That Frog, where it's the author tells of different time-saving techniques. One interesting one through that is when you find yourself not having enough time to do all your tasks during the day, make a list of everything that you have to do during that day. And if you were to only choose one thing to do, what would that one thing be? And circle it. Put a 1 by it. Then if you were to only choose one more thing, what would that be? Circle it and put a 2 by it. Then finally, if you were to only choose one more thing, circle that on your list and put a 3 by it. And those are the 3 most important things that you do during the day. And those consume probably 80% of your time. Finally, one of the last books that I've finished from Audible is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So in that book, the author lists 7 habits that highly effective people tend to have, including being proactive, begin with the end in mind, putting first things first, think win-win, seek first to understand, then be understood, synergize, and finally sharpen the saw. So some tips on how to choose the right books. Just go out find some highly rated books that have to do with areas of your interest. If you're struggling maybe at work with interacting with some people at work, maybe 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is for you. If you're struggling with time management, search for time management books. But overall, I would highly suggest that you find books, audiobooks, that are narrated by the author, because the author has the same passion when he's reading the book as he did when he wrote the book. You're not going to get that when the narrator is not the author. Also, make sure that you are getting the full book and not an abridged version. However, one thing to keep in mind is that listening to books and reading books are 2 totally different ball games. When it comes to actually absorbing the information, reading a book will sink into your mind more and will engage your brain more than listening to the book. That being said, listening to books on your commute to work or commute to school is way more effective and better for you than listening to the news or the morning show and the radio or some music. So take time to invest in yourself and watch how your relationships will improve, your performance at work will improve, how you are seen by your boss will improve, and how you just feel better about your life. Thanks everybody, and have a wonderful day.